I, f30, am so close to walking away from my husband, m34. Would you? I'm a woman on the edge. I've been with my husband almost 10 years, married 4 years, and we have 2 children, 2 and 5 months. Over the years we've had some terrible arguments. I've come to realize that my husband is a terrible communicator and very petulant. I don't know how to even explain his attitude and how he acts, but here are some of the things he has done, does. He teases me. Sometimes I'm tired, full-time mom. I try and be laid back and laugh it off as much as possible even if he is annoying me a little. He doesn't like this, so he'll ramp it up, then I'll ask him to stop, he'll continue until I do eventually flip, then he goes in a mood and ignores me for a few days. Yes, days. He blames me for everything that goes wrong. Lost something? My fault, I must have moved it. Daughter fell over and bumped her knee? My fault, I wasn't watching her, she's 2, ran out of milk? My fault. Why didn't I realize and buy more at the shop? When something isn't my fault he goes in a mood about it and is snappy with me, making me feel like it is my fault. For example, somebody crashed into his parked car outside our home. The lady who did it came and knocked the door, was very apologetic and offered to pay for the damage. If she didn't let us know, we wouldn't have even realized it happened, so I thanked her for her honesty and told her not to worry and that at least nobody was hurt. After the lady left, my husband was furious with me. We argued about it and he gave me the silent treatment for around 2-3 days. These are just a few examples, but this has been going on for years. I'm very laid back and let most things go over my head. Most of the time I don't say anything to keep the peace. However, keeping the peace has resulted in me feeling like a punchbag. And I'm sick of it. I'm constantly preempting something happening and feel like I'm walking on eggshells 70% of the time. I'm growing to resent him. I've threatened to leave on a few occasions now. I don't think he believes me and he just laughs and goes, "Here we go again." This then just turns into further arguments and he ignores me for several days. It's no way to live and I'm so unhappy. I keep making excuses as to why I'm unhappy. I'm just a tired mom. Maybe I have PND, I miss my friends, but I think deep down I know that I'm unhappy in my marriage and unhappy with him. I really don't know what to do. Whilst I'm not at all fazed by being a single mom, I do worry about the effect it will have on my children, and I also can't bear the thought of not seeing them, if we shared custody, which we probably would. I know I can't continue in this relationship the way that it is. I've done nothing but support him and have been there for him over the years, through good and bad times, and it is not reciprocated in the slightest. In fact, when I find myself in difficult situations he simply doesn't want to know and offers no help or support. I don't really know the purpose of this post. I guess it's a bit of a rant. For someone to tell me what I should do. I think I keep hoping things will get better, but deep down I just don't think they will. I'm so close to just walking away. Get the fuck out. He's abusing you. If you can, leave. This is no way to live. This sounds like emotional abuse. You know the answer to your question. He sounds exactly like a narcissist and they don't change. Girlfriend, 23 female, called me, 25 male, ungrateful after a comment I made about birthday presents. I have been with my partner for 3 years. Me and one of her best friends have our birthdays in the same month. Mine is near the middle of the month and her friend's is near the end. My girlfriend mentioned to me that she will have to get me less than usual for my birthday as money is tight that month. I completely understood, and when it came to my birthday she got me a couple of small presents and we went out to a restaurant near our apartment. I had a good day and she apologized a few times for not being able to get me much. Though when it came to her friend's birthday I saw how much my girlfriend had gotten her. It was pretty much double what I had got, and my girlfriend took her bowling in a city near us then for food and a couple of drinks. This did annoy me slightly since my GFS reasoning for doing less for my birthday this year was due to money, and then she spends a lot more money on her friend. The day after her friend's birthday, my girlfriend asked if I was okay. I told her it hurt a bit seeing how much she got for her friend and what she did with her friend for her birthday when she repeatedly told me I wouldn't be getting much because she couldn't afford it. My girlfriend accused me of being ungrateful and said I know money is tight for her, but I just pointed out that it didn't seem tight when it came to getting her friend things and doing things with her friend. She just repeated that I was ungrateful and that it's her money. I don't see it as being ungrateful, as I was happy with what I got and understood my GFS reasoning for not doing more, but it just hurt seeing how much more she did for her friend. How would you handle this situation? Too long did not read. My girlfriend said money was tight this month so she wouldn't be able to spend much on my birthday, which I was fine with. Her friend's birthday is at the end of the month and my girlfriend seemed to put a lot more effort into that and got annoyed and called me ungrateful when I said how it made me feel. How would you handle this? Yeah, that's pretty shitty behavior really. You definitely have the right to be upset, but I don't see a solution to this that ends well. Nah, this is reasonable. I'd be pretty upset by this too. Does she have a history of not celebrating your birthdays or other accomplishments much? Well, she just showed you she values her friend more than she values you and your relationship. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. I would have been very hurt myself. I have experienced this, but in my case it's my mother. She was always extravagant with my brother and sister but frugal with me. It's definitely not a good feeling and you have every right to feel this way. Remember this gesture when her birthday comes around. Your girlfriend is gaslighting you, trying to make it about money and gratitude when really it's about the unbalanced effort she put into your birthday compared to her friend. You have every right to feel less than when you're treated less than. Why did she have to lie though? I, 28, f. am in a love triangle with a ghost and I can't compete for my husband's 27, m. heart. I, 28 f. found my husband, 27 m. was having an emotional affair with another woman. He has been suffering with depression for over 2 years, so at first I didn't say anything and was just keeping tabs on their messages. I know he won't physically cheat because he won't leave the house. I thought maybe he was feeling neglected because I've been busy with our children, taking care of the house, working, and taking care of him. So I tried to show him how much he's loved and how he's so important to our family. Still the messages keep happening. So I do some digging on her and find out she's a catfish. She's 20–30 years older than she said she was and she's been relying on filters to mask the weight. So I calmly talk to my husband about how much I love him and our family and that I know about him and this other woman. That I want marriage counseling and that he needs to go to therapy on his own as well. He agreed, which was a huge deal because he has been refusing to get help. Then I show him the proof that she's not a 20-something beauty but really a grandma. He was very upset, agreed to counseling and then asked if we could never speak of her again, which I gladly agreed to. Now a month later he's stalking her profiles and telling a friend how much she's on his mind, that he wishes she was real and they could have married, and he's just constantly lost in thought about this woman that never really existed. I love him deeply and I'm fighting to get my husband back from this catfish. I know he's hurting and he was such a vibrant and compassionate guy before the depression hit. The way he's acting now isn't him, and I'm not going to give up on him when he's down. The man I fell in love with is still in there and he's such a patient and loving father. Please help. How do I get my husband to let this woman go? How do I get my husband to see that his heart should go to the woman he married and sacrifices so hard to help him? Babe, cheating is a state of mind. He's got a cheating mindset, which means that, sooner or later, he's going to cheat. It didn't work out with the catfish? It'll work out with some new chick who gave him an ounce of attention. I understand you are fighting to get your husband back, but is he fighting for you? You can't force someone to want you back, and honestly you deserve to be better and not be with someone who truly doesn't want you. He wishes she was real and they could have married, and he's just constantly lost in thought about this woman that never really existed. That says a lot. You deserve better. Please focus on you and your happiness. I'd divorce him. He cheated. Throw him to the curb. You are too young. Don't ever let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. How can I, 23 female, fall in love with my husband, 25 male, again? I, 23f. don't feel anything for my husband, 25 male, anymore, and I don't know why. My husband is a good father and a good partner. We've been together for nearly 5 years. I've always loved my husband and went out of my way to do special things for him because I wanted to. Now, while I still do those things to make him feel loved and appreciated, I find them more of a chore than something I want to do. 9/10 I don't feel much of anything towards him. Not love. Not hate. Not anger. Not sadness. Not anything. I don't know why. I'm extremely emotionally distant from my husband and I've tried to reignite something in every way I can think of. I'm not sure what else to do, but I'm really starting to fear we will end up divorcing due to my inability to return feelings he has. It's even at a point where if he did something horrible in our relationship like cheating on me, I don't think I'd blink an eye about it. He's still my best friend and I care about him a lot in that way. I'm really having a hard time connecting with him emotionally anymore though. No event has led to this disconnect either. Things have been good. Any advice of any kind would be greatly appreciated as I want to make our marriage work. I'm just at a loss when it comes to my own lack of emotions. This lack of feeling has been for nearly 6 months. Edit. Since I've been getting a lot of DMs and a couple comments about communicating with my husband. He is fully aware of the situation and even knows I have posted this, outsourcing for ideas. We have had many clear and rational conversations about this and both want to see change. Unfortunately, due to the cost of healthcare where I live and myself being in school right now, between the cost of tuition and raising our family, we do not presently have the extra funds for therapy, couples counseling. You've been married for 5 years now and reality is setting in. If you're not suffering from depression, then you're realizing what being a married adult can be like. The good thing is you want to fix this. Avoid infidelity and work with a therapist, and also try to add some excitement. Plan a romantic vacation. Are you sure you're not depressed? I was pretty absent with my husband when I was depressed, even though I didn't feel sad. I just felt apathetic. Medication did wonders. Go to a doctor and get a health checkup. Could be depression or hormonal imbalance affecting you if everything is otherwise fine in your relationship. Your college doesn't offer free or discounted counseling for students. Switch schools. Start doing activities and stuff together again. Find common interest to talk about.